84 News, and we are your hosts, Ava Larment and Brianna Ratchie.
Today is Wednesday, May 11th. Now let's get on to some news.
Sports broadcasters Lillian Webjen and Zoe Walker will be talking about the Shelby Rising City High School boys golf team and how the boys have been getting ready for state. Next, they will give you an inside look on the girls and boys Husky track team. Now let's get on to it.
I'm Lillian Webjen, and this is my co-host, Zoe Walker. Welcome to the sports segment of Channel 84 News.
Golf season has been strange this year because of the weather we've been having. Is exactly what Coach Riggs told me a week before districts.
The Huskies unfortunately haven't got very lucky with nice weather. They practice outdoors as much as possible and make sure they stay ready for the meets they have coming up in the future and stay indoors if it's not possible to go out.
Even with rainy and windy days, the kids are still pushing through and work very hard to improve their scores at each meet.
Their conference was at the Friend Golf Course, and their team place was second with a team score of 434 strokes. Grant Brigham got first place with a score of 91 strokes.
Districts are coming up really fast, and Coach Riggs has great expectations for this team.
A sophomore on the golf team, Leighton Voss, says he thinks Grant Brigham is looking promising to go to state.
Let's cheer them all on and wish them luck at districts on Tuesday, May 16th at Beamer. The boys golf team would like to thank Coach Riggs for doing an excellent job in preparing them for this season.
In other news, the 2022 track season has flown by our SRC athletes, and they have given us a lot to be proud of. This year, the girls have a very strong team.
There must be a lot of power behind 16 girls to be able to bring home their second conference championship in a row.
After the Crossroads Conference track meet in Osceola, Liberty Baker told us how relieved she felt after becoming a two-time conference champion in 100-meter hurdles, which is also one of Hunter White's favorite memories of high school track, as he is also a two-time conference champion in the 110-meter hurdles.
Coach Kubik says that he has seen a lot of overcome challenges within the team this year. He also says that there is a lot of hope for many athletes on the teams who qualify at districts in Cairo on Thursday, May 12th. The Huskies compete at Centura High School and are looking for lots of medals.
The 4x4 relay this year looks identical to last year's, which is a great coaching choice because the team qualified for state last year. This year's team consists of Ava Larman, Kaylee Perry, Alex Larman, and Liberty Baker, who currently are running a 4-minute and 24-second time and are looking promising to qualify on Thursday.
Other athletes who qualified last year that are looking for some hardware this year are Liberty Baker, who is currently third in the state for the 100-meter hurdles and has shattered her own school record time and time again this year.
The seniors have given us a few words about their thoughts towards the end of the season, and they are very proud of the team and are excited for the rest of the season.
Seniors Fisher White and Gavin Dutton Mofford say that their favorite memories are being in the middle of the track and having laughs with everyone.
The weather for the season has been terribly windy and arguably one of the windiest seasons in 10 years.
Wind and track is a big deal for some events, and Aubrey Siffring gave us some insight on what it's like to throw in the wind.
She told us that for shot put, the wind doesn't affect much. Discus, on the other hand, is a little different when it comes to how the throw is affected.
Discs are much lighter than a shot put, and depending on which way you're throwing, this could be a problem.
Speaking of discus, I'd like to wish our host Ava Larman good luck at districts.
This is Zoe Walker
and Lillian Wetchin with Channel 84 News. Now back to you.
Now that we are up to date on how the SRC sports teams are doing, Peyton Silva and Gavin Onimus, our local news reporters, will inform you on the upcoming election for state governor.
We are your local reporters, Peyton Silva
and Gavin Onimus
from Channel 84 News. We are here today to report on the current election for state governor.
There's currently a three-way race for governor between Charles Herbster, Jim Pillen, and current state senator Brett Lindstrom. All three candidates are Republicans.
Currently, Herbster is facing multiple allegations of sexual misconduct.
Donald Trump traveled up to the I-80 Speedway in Greenwood, Nebraska to voice his support for Herbster.
Former President Donald Trump faced similar allegations while he was running for government positions. Jim Pillen is the owner and founder of Pillen Family Farms.
He is running for governor on the basis of family and Christ.
He was an academic All-American at UNL.
Jim Pillen was also inducted into the Husker Football Hall of Fame.
Pillen formed a playbook for the plays he will make if he is elected governor.
These plays include fixing Nebraska's broken property tax system, grow our economy, strengthen rural communities, keep our kids here, defend agriculture, enforce law and order, preserve our conservative values, protect our freedoms, restore education in Nebraska, and to end abortion.
Brett Lindstrom is a current member of the Nebraska Senate. Brett Lindstrom is running for governor on the basis of being a fiscal conservative and a family man.
He also played for the Huskers in college and was selected to the team's Unity Council.
If Lindstrom was elected governor, he would defend the Second Amendment, ensure quality education that teaches American values, make college more affordable, cut red tape for small businesses, fight against society's most heinous crimes, take care of first responders, crack down on fraud, and ensure voters' integrity. Breaking news: Jim Pillen has just won the gubernatorial primary election.
The general election for Nebraska governor is going to be held on Tuesday, November 8th, 2022. Make sure to do your research and cast your ballots for the governor that you support.
This is Peyton and Gavin from Channel 84 News. Over and out.
Looks like it could be a close election. Now, our national news reporters Jenna Logan and Riley Ozentowski will tell you about how the dangerous Casey White escaped from jail and how the police ended up finding them.
Thank you, Ava. I'm Riley and this is Jenna, and we will be covering the latest of national news. Our first story of the day is inmate Casey White and jail employee Vicky White on the run and wanted.
As of May 9, 2022, jail employee Vicky White of Florence, Alabama, has been on the run and wanted for helping with the escape of inmate Casey White. He is a murder suspect and is considered dangerous.
Vicky is currently under the charges of identity theft and forgery for posing with an alias to buy a Ford Edge to escape in. They found the ditched car in Williamson County, Tennessee.
Casey White is said to be extremely dangerous when not on his medication. He was currently facing 2 counts of murder for a stabbing that happened in 2015.
A $15,000 reward is being offered for the return of Casey, and a $10,000 reward is being offered for Vicky White. On May 9th, they were found in Indiana and ended in a police chase leading to a car crash. Vicky was found dead with suspected self-inflicted wounds, and an autopsy was scheduled for Tuesday, May 10th. Casey is now in police custody.
Our next story will be a bill passed to protect Supreme Court justices. On Monday, a bill was unanimously passed for the individuals and the families of the U.S. Supreme Court justices. Threats have been made to many justices and their families after drafts were leaked last week about the overturn of Roe v. Wade in June.
Roe v. Wade was originally passed on January 22, 1973. This gave a woman the overall choice of decision about her body. Many are already protesting this leaked document, and the government is putting protection measures into place. The Police Act is an amendment of existing legislation that provides police protection to the justices. This is today's national news.
I'm Jenna.
And I'm Riley, and this is Channel 84 News.
These past few months, we have had some crazy weather. Our weather reporters, Kaylee Perry and Jesus Perez, will now tell you that the latest weather from blazing wildfires to heavy showers.
I'm here to inform you on the crazy tornadoes we have been having this year. There was a tornado outbreak sequence on April 12, 2022. These tornadoes were short-lived but still did a lot of damage. The thunderstorms did see wind gusts and quarter, half-dollar, or even ping-pong ball-size hail. These tornadoes mainly affected Nebraska and western Iowa. The reporters and survey teams have confirmed that there were 4 tornadoes in the area. There were 2 in Nebraska. The first tornado in Nebraska was found in Seward County. This tornado spun up quick and thankfully left no damage. The second tornado in Nebraska was by Udilla in Otoe County. This was also a quick tornado. This one only traveled 1/10 of a mile, but it still was rated an EF1, with winds around 100 miles per hour. The only damage was some trees and some damage to 3 homes. In Iowa, there were 2 tornadoes in Harrison County. One was close to the Missouri Valley. This tornado was an EF1 with winds of 100 miles per hour and traveling just about 9.6 miles. The damage was some trees, destroyed barns, and did some little damage to homes. The next tornado was by Woodbine. It was an EF1 with 90 mile per hour winds, and this one only traveled around 2.3 miles. The damage was mainly trees, but some sheds and farm structures took some damage also. With these tornadoes being quick spin-ups, you want to make sure you have a plan. Keep an eye on the weather status. Make sure you have a basement or room without windows on the lowest floor you can possibly go. Avoid being by windows as much as possible, and if you are caught out in this, do not try to outdrive the tornado. Pull over to the side of the road, stay in your car, Put your head below the windows, covering your head with your hands and arms.
Now let's talk about upcoming weather. With the school year coming to an end and the spring season coming to a close, we should be expecting to see higher and drier temperatures. With the wildfire season coming up, we should be expecting to see a rise in wildfires. There has been little rain, which is causing some places to be dangerously dry. California is experiencing some crazy wildfires. As of May 2nd, 2022, there has been 1,402 fires recorded. That totaling around 6,507 acres across the state burned. The peak of the fire season hasn't even hit yet, so many are hoping for some rain. Speaking of rain, we went from having no rain at all to having around 4 inches of rain in some areas. In the Ord area, they received somewhere from an inch to an inch and a half. The Tri-Cities saw around 2 to 3 inches from the late April showers. This puts us almost at where we should be for the year. The Southwest is expecting to see higher temperature averages over the next couple of months, but the heat could spread over larger areas in the upcoming months. There is a 93% chance that the 5-year average global temperature from 2022 to 2026 will be higher than that average of the last 5 years. Lack of rain in these areas has contributed to the rise in the temperatures. The north is expecting near average or slightly cooler temperatures. The hottest temperatures will likely shift northward in the upcoming months, with high temperatures expecting to extend into the fall season of next year. Make sure to keep your sunscreen handy.
These are your reporters, Kaylee Perry and
Jesus Perez.
with your Channel 84 News.
Let's move on to what's going on in Russia and Ukraine with our international news reporters, Lily and Ellie.
A few days after the 8-year anniversary of the Russia-Ukrainian war, Russia decided it was time to up the stakes a bit. On February 24th, 2022, Russian troops started an invasion into Ukraine. Ellie will give us a little background as to what the Russia-Ukrainian war started in 2014.
On February 20th, 2014, the Russian-Ukrainian war started. The origin of the war was focused on the Ukrainian territories of Crimea and Donbass. On March 21st, 2014, Russia annexed Crimea. The war had died down for a bit until Russia set their military buildup on the Russia-Ukraine war.
As stated before, on February 24th, 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine. Russia invaded because they did not want NATO to let Ukraine join their alliance. Let's take a look at some damage that has been caused.
On Friday, May 6, 2022, President Vladimir Zelensky said the town of Mariupol had been completely destroyed. With destruction comes fatalities. There have been over 7,000 reported deaths. There have been 3,381 deaths and 3,306.
Just back up and go. Just start from where we can cut that part out. So just back up to a little bit, and then the beginning of that section, and then start over. Okay. In 3, 2, 1, go. So whichever section you were starting on, Ellie. Do you know where it was at? Or?
Do you just want to start with like up here, or do you want to go back?
I'll just start at the top of the corner. On Friday, May 6, 2022, President Volodymyr Zelensky said the town of Mariupol had been completely destroyed. With destruction comes fatalities. There have been over 7,000 reported deaths. There have been 3,381 deaths and 3,680 wounded civilians. There have been somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 deaths of Ukrainian troops and 1,351 deaths of Russian troops. What is America doing about this tragedy?
According to the WhiteHouse.gov, last updated on March 16th, the United States had sent over a care package worth $800 million. That included 800 Stinger systems, 2,000 Javelin systems, 1,000 light anti-armor systems, 6,000 AT-4 systems, 100 tactical unmanned aerial systems, 100 grenade launchers, 5,000 rifles, 1,000 pistols, 400 machine guns, 400 shotguns, over 20 million rounds of ammunition, and 2,500 sets of both body armor and helmets.
I'm Ellie.
And I'm Lily, and this is Channel 84 News.
Back to you.
Thank you for joining us today on 84 News.
See you next time.